What's going on, guys? Mecha Ish here from the Masters of the Universe Classics. I have the collector's choice, HORDE WRAITH. Let's do it.
Level 138 in progress. Prepare for launch in 3, 2.
Step out of your world and step into mine.
Welcome back, guys, to another Masters of the Universe Classics action figure review, and I have from the collector's choice subscription, HORDE WRAITH. Now, sadly, this figure is one of the last remaining figures by Mattel and the Four Horsemen as a group, until the Four Horsemen continue the line on with Super 7. Now, this figure does come in the standard shipper box that we have become accustomed to over the past few years, but what I'm really excited to see is what this figure looks like inside of his real packaging. Now, this Sorcerer of the Evil Horde comes enclosed in the same blister card that we have seen for the other Masters Classic figures. You got a nice look at the Masters of the Universe Classics logo at the top and a great view of the figure enclosed. He looks amazing. I cannot wait to get him out. We have the Evil Horde logo sticker right there, his name at the bottom, and it says Sorcerer for the Evil Horde. At the bottom right, you can see that it says Collector's Choice, which is a subscription that this figure was a part of. And at the back, you can see some other figures that are a part of this amazing Masters of the Universe Classics line. Of course, you have HORDAC and you have the logo at the top. All right, let's take the HORDE WRAITH outside of his packaging and let's see what he's all about. So here is the HORDE WRAITH outside of his packaging, and he is really giving off that demonic sorcerer look. Now, the story behind this, according to the MattyCollector.com website, is that HORDAC enslaved a group of magicians throughout the universe, turned them evil, and uses them for his own purposes. So the HORDE WRAITHs are minions of HORDAC, so there you go, you got another army builder to fill out the collection. Now, he stands at about 7¼ inches in height to the top of his hood, and he comes with an even taller mystical battle staff, and thankfully he comes with that nice looking stand to help him with flight on your shelf. Now, let's take a closer look at this HORDE WRAITH. Now, the hooded section of this figure is really giving off that sinister sorcerer vibe. His face scope is completely covered in a black to give off the shadowy effect from his hood, and he did such a smooth job with that. And I love the look of those fiery eyes just coming out through that darkness. Nice paint applications of the red outlines, and then you can see the eyes are nicely done with the yellow at the center. You do see some sculpted detail at the brow and his cheekbones, even though he doesn't have a nose or a mouth. Nice head sculpt overall, and you can see the inner portions of his hood are also painted in that black, which looks so nice compared with the dark gray, and then you have the black inside, again giving off that awesome look. Now, for the rest of his hooded sculpt, nice touch with the tattered portion at the top of the hood, and I really love the sculpt at the bottom with all those sharp edges to look like teeth, and just the contrast with the gray and the deep black make him look so evil. You do have some nice sculpted detail with the wrinkles at the sides, and you have the folds all the way across his back. Nice sculpt of the tip of his hood, just an awesome job overall. Now, the excellent sculpt continues on throughout this covering on the top of his gown. I mean, of course, at the front you have the HORDE symbol right there, nicely separated between the red and the black, and this is a nice soft flexible plastic, as you can tell. I do love how the outline is done so cleanly with the red, and then the sculpted detail right here at the center with that glossier black. Now, going towards the back of this covering by his shoulders, you do see a lot of textured detail at the black portions, separating the more glossy black and the red. You can see that looks so cool. Again, you have very smooth application of that red paint all across the outlines. You have that diamond shape right there at the tip of his shoulders, and at the back you have some more of the symbols, which are again very well separated, and I just love the way they added that texture design, so it's not just all straight black. And this leads us to this crazy looking cape, which is all done in a black molded plastic, which is very flexible, as you guys can tell. I love the tattered look. Again, you can see some holes there at the center and nice ripped edges all across the bottom. So truly a fantastic design of this covering over his gown, which is removable, by the way. All you have to do is pop the head right off, and you can slide this on, and if you want, I guess put it on another Masters of the Universe Classics figure. Now, this looks pretty weird without his covering, but I did want to show you he does have the same standard musculature that we've seen with other figures. You can see the ribs and the chest musculature there, but then they kind of smooth it out towards the ab crunch, leading towards the bottom of his gown, which again has that tattered sculpt to it. Nicely done overall. It's just all done in this gray molded plastic, so really nothing special, no wash added, so thank goodness they have that covering, otherwise it seems pretty basic. Now, here at the bottom you can see he doesn't have any legs because we're gonna attach the flight stand to him, similar to what we saw with Shadow Weaver. You can also see his shoulders are reused pieces, but then we have the nicely sculpted sleeves, and I love how they broke up all of that dark gray with a nice touch of the lighter gray, all done within that design sculpt at the top. Now, on his forearms he has that nice tattered look again, and it flares out as you go towards his hands. And speaking of his hands, take a look at how gnarly they look. His hands are posed in a way as if they're shooting magic at you, but they're not exactly molded in the same way, as each hand has differences in the sculpted detail. Now, you can really see the differences here, as his left fingernail is a lot bigger than the right, but I like how they're done in that lighter lighter blue, and the fingernails are all in that darker gray. And you do have that lighter gray as we saw with the top of his sleeve here at his wristbands. And nice application of the red at the diamond. Now for his battle staff accessory, mostly it's done, the staff portion at least, is done in a black molded plastic. But we do have some nice detailing up top. The Horde symbol is very prominent on this, but take a look at all that amazingly sculpted detail, especially the face here at the center. You have some nice touches of the gunmetal gray at the bottom of it and towards the top. Then you have the tip of the spear there. I do like the look of these batwing designs. You have some more layering and detailing here at the back. And then you have this sick looking blade which serves as a handle for the Wraith. And as you can see, it's done in that very shiny gunmetal gray. Now his flight stand came out of the package in 2 pieces, and all you have to do is put one end to the other. That snaps in place. So now all you have to do is plug this into the inside of his robe. Hear that snap? Bam! Power of flight. So I showed you earlier the head is on a ball peg, so we can rotate it all the way around, even though it's going to be somewhat difficult because of the sculpt of the bottom of his hood. Now due to the plastic at the bottom of his hoodie plus this extra covering piece, his range of motion is very limited looking upward. As you can see, he can minimally look up and he really can't look down at all. Now we do have a rotation at his shoulder, and thankfully this is a very soft plastic, so it does not limit his range of motion. He also has a hinge there at the shoulder, as you can see, which extends his arm all the way up like that, and he can go down to the side as well. He does have a bicep swivel and a hinge at the elbow, which allows for flexion upwards, and there's also a nice rotation at that elbow. Now for his wrist joint, there is no hinge, but he can fully rotate. Now there is an ab crunch which allows for downward flexion, only about that much, but he can arch his back a little bit more. Plus he gets the full rotation at his waist, and of course, he has no legs. So instead of bringing these figures out to the review station, I decided to bring the Horde Wraith out to my little collection of Horde members here from the Masters of the Universe Classics, just to show off a little bit of their collection. And as you can see, my shelf is filled to the brim. But this is an army builder. I got a second one on the way. I want a heck of a lot more. So if you're really looking to fill out your Horde empire, go to MattyCollector.com and pick him up while you can. So there you have it, guys, my video review of the Masters of the Universe Classics Collector's Choice Horde Wraith. An awesome army builder to add to the collection. Now, I know I said I have a second one on the way. I think I'm gonna have to get a few more because he just looks so cool with the rest of them, and I'm just gonna have to find more room somehow. But thank you guys so much. Don't you guys worry. Even though I'm sad about the Mattel and Four Horsemen Union ship ending, hopefully Super 7 will pick up where they left off. But I do have Roton and Skelcon ordered, so whenever it does appear, I will be doing a review right here on this channel, so make sure you guys subscribe for that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up and check out my channel for other reviews I have done. And I have so many cool things coming your way, so make sure you all like, subscribe, comment, and share. You know what to do. Peace.